Here's another thing, because I've seen a couple episodes of it. One thing that kind of, not that it took me out of it, it just seemed like a crutch that they lean on a lot. What is with all the fucking? I don't like.
Today we talk about.
What about comedy series?
TV series.
New Girl.
Yeah, New Girl. I don't know that one.
New Girl started strong. I don't know how I feel about the finish because I stopped watching.
The Office, of course.
The Office is probably number one.
Office is definitely top 3.
Office, Scrubs.
Scrubs is a good one. If we're talking animated, Futurama.
Ooh, I love
Futurama.
How could you not include The Simpsons on that short list if you're going to go there?
Because The Simpsons...
It's funny.
The Simpsons has even started making fun of it themselves. They've made jokes about
please cancel
we're
us.
going to run this into the ground, and that's what they're doing. They're going to keep going forever.
Is it still on air, by the way?
Yeah, they're still doing new episodes.
Oh, shit.
Whereas Futurama, they went out on top. It was still hilarious when they stopped.
Futurama
Rick and Morty
is a good
triggered?
show. What's the new one that all the kids watch? I haven't watched it, but I
Rick
hear
and
it's
Morty?
funny. Yeah.
I haven't watched it either, but
We're not smart
I
enough.
just know- Funny.
Szechuan sauce or something like that. I don't know.
I liked Adventure Time. That was cute.
I
I gave it a shot.
really
I
got
wasn't
into it.
impressed. No.
Bob's Burgers. I like that show.
I get that
Which one?
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's-
But no, I tried that one too. I couldn't do it. You know which one I did like?
Archer. Speaking of
Archer was solid.
Was
Yeah.
good. What's the one you showed me with the little butt?
I was about to say Assy McGee.
Assy McGee.
He showed me this one
That's a
night.
package deal
it's a
with
little
Drinky
butt. So if you haven't seen it and you want to watch a butt, and what is he? He's like a.
He's literally
a butt
legs
detective,
yeah.
with a butt. Yeah. And his sidekick Sanchez.
And he was so excited to show me this, like, oh, it's the best I've ever seen, and he died laughing. I'm just like, it's a butt.
That is a certain type of humor. It's like that late night Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Robot
I
Chicken.
used to watch
Drinky Crow.
Robot
Aqua
Chicken.
Teen.
Robot Chicken. Which one?
You've seen
Aqua Teen
Drinky Crow,
Hunger
right?
Force?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
love
a
that show.
comedy?
What? Yeah.
You've never seen Aqua Teen?
Sure,
Oh my
you were
God.
watching it with tears in your eyes. You're like, this is beautiful.
I'm touched.
Yeah. I really resonate with Meatwad.
Oh, yeah. You know what else is a great comedy? ESPN. Oh, Lordy.
Arrested Development has the strongest first 3 seasons. The fourth one was
The Netflix season?
The Netflix season was way more down to earth. It was a more an average comedy. But the first 3 seasons of Arrested Development were I think the most lulls condensed into 3 seasons.
It was pretty good.
The average funniness was the highest. It just didn't last long enough.
I'm so partial to Impractical Jokers, though. I think that's...
I've tried watching that show. I'm not.
That's the thing, man. That's a perfect antithesis of our two styles of comedy. You know what I mean?
because I find that to be good. I don't know, background to if it's just we were out, we got home, it's late at night, it's 2 a.m, it's on, it's okay, sure.
Yeah.
But I will never sit there and
You never be like,
put it
oh, guys,
on purpose.
Impractical Jokers is back.
I will never put it on purpose. It's
Well, see, I think part of the problem is you're looking at it as I need the art of the lulls. And I'm looking at it yo, these 4 guys are funny. What are they going to do
They are funny
next?
guys. They are funny themselves. I also have such a, I don't like, the same reason I don't like a lot of reality TV or even a lot of game shows where it's just so obviously
Played up for the camera.
Yeah, it's just so obviously fake and done up where it's at this point just hire writers and do it right.
Yeah, I disagree. Well, they have writers. I met one of the writers. He did stand up that night we went to stand up
They
New
have
York.
writers, but I don't like how there's oh, we're pretending this is a off the cuff thing. Why are you even pretending?
Because as long as the lulls happen, what's the difference?
For me, that takes away from
it. Takes away from
agree.
it.
Yeah, the same reason. If you watch, I can't watch reality shows I don't know, Big Brother or
Oh, I can't watch that stuff either.
The Bachelor or something like that.
I used to watch The Bachelor
Jersey
pretty
Shore.
religiously.
They're clearly trying to be funny, but I just can't be okay, they're clearly being coached. And
The only time it's funny is if a comedian or somebody's watching it, making fun of it, and then I'll watch that video of them making fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you're not
that
watching the
probably
video.
actually is off the cuff.
Oh yeah, then it's super funny, and they're
Actually, no, that's not
that
off the
is
cuff
the
either
difference
because
that-
they clearly watched it, had a
time
reaction
to
to
think
it,
of it.
and they're like, all right, so for this segment, I'm going to
That's true.
have this kind of commentary. So how's that any different?
I sit next
No,
to you when we
they're
watch
just watching it
things,
and saying it.
And
It's a
you
lot more
spit
realistic.
out one-liners and you go, oh, I have to write this down quick.
Right.
But you're
So-
saying they
But
probably
it's
they
still
probably
off
write
the
down
cuff.
what they're gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
You think they write it all down and then watch it again and
Not
say
write
this
it all down, but like, let's say they have it on video on demand or TiVo or some shit, or just whatever, Hulu, Netflix, and then they're watching it and they're like, oh, dude, this is my hot take for this. Rewind 15 seconds. Quick Instagram story. Oh, yo, doesn't this look like the
Well, I'm not talking about Instagram
day?
stories. I'm talking about like they're generally done in like one take. It's just like a YouTube video of some guy giving his
Just like
reaction.
a live
like
commentary.
reaction videos or something. It's like a one take thing. There's no way they're like have it all memorized. To me, it seems if they did go into that knowing what they were gonna say, then they're convincing as fuck. If you fool me, then that's okay.
Got it.
But those other shows, they're just
That's why you're okay
they
with
don't
the
fool-
writer.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like I could see through it too easily.
Yeah.
So I'm not really into that. Those shows, I can never consider them like
See,
top funnies.
here's the problem, though. I think for you, you're just, and I'm an over analyzer myself, but I think you're to another level
I
with
love
it.
analyzing.
Yeah. Analyze this. Get it? Top comedy. It is a good movie.
I actually did try to pull it out in the whole
It
thing.
won't come out.
So
But no, I think the difference is that's like, you remember B-Raf, Janelle's friend?
yeah.
So-
punk.
Yeah. So he's like a cinephile. He's like, oh yeah, oh, fantastic performance.
He's the Winnie the Pooh with the bow tie.
Sure. And
the meme.
You
don't know that meme?
I don't know the Winnie the Pooh.
It's Winnie the Pooh,
bow tie
but then
meme.
like there's another Winnie the Pooh in a tuxedo, and it's like the fancy version. You haven't seen this?
I haven't
meme?
seen that one. Haven't seen that one. But anyway, I get
literally everywhere.
I get the idea. Bottom line is like, if you're unwilling to suspend disbelief to like just enjoy that thing. So for example, it's like an NBA scout going to a little league game and be like, oh, these guys suck. It's like, no, bro, you got to take it for what it is.
No, it's not like that at all. It's not
All
like
right,
that at
well,
all.
if you say so. Listen, if you can suspend disbelief to just enjoy this product, you're gonna have a much better time.
I will give you that. I have a harder time suspending.
That's what I'm
disbelief.
saying.
And I don't mean suspend disbelief as in like I mean I watch like sci-fi shit, you know, but really small. I wouldn't even call them plot holes. Times when it seems like maybe the writers were in a crunch and took a shortcut.
Bottle episodes.
That shit, maybe a bottle. I mean, but you can make those realistic. But if it's just if a character, I can believe that there's like, I don't know, magic, extraterrestrial shit, paranormal. I can get down with all of that. But the minute
Goblin.
like a what?
He's a goblin.
Oh, a goblin. You know, the minute a character does some shit where it's just like.
No.
Yeah, I'm just like, so you're telling me, you know, this just doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
That's the shit.
takes you out of it.
It throws me out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
More so than like, I mean, if they're like all of a sudden like, oh yeah, like there's dragons or something. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess there's dragons.
Like Game of Thrones.
You just want
yeah.
consistency. You
Yeah,
want,
exactly.
yeah.
It's like if you establish that we're living, that the show is taking place in this world, but there's dragons, then it needs to be like.
But also there's
world, but
office
there's dragons.
space.
You can't just start, you know, making other stuff up. It's got to be like realistic, aside from the rules we agreed on, like at the beginning, right? I get taken out of shows and movies real quick.
That's fair.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I mean, you've heard of the shit where
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a Dasani bottle or something, was it?
That
Like
is a Starbucks cup.
Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, for that kind of shit would catch me like, oh wait, what? This.
You would think that their editor would see that and be like, oh no, that's gotta go.
Especially because it never happened until like the
The
last couple
ending, yeah.
episodes. So it's like, were they just cashing out? Because it's like,
I mean,
hey,
wouldn't
we
you?
have 2 episodes to make as much money as we can. So I get
And
maybe
it gives people something to talk about, so it got them even more popular.
More
Like everybody goes, oh, I
notoriety.
want to watch this episode and see this Starbucks cup.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anything, it
Yeah.
could have been
Even
a
more
genius
views.
plot.
Over- kinda
overshadowed
smart.
like the actual story though. Not
It
that
did.
I like didn't watch it,
But
but
apparently the stories suck.
I did. Hear,
You and I watched one episode randomly. It was actually decent.
Yeah.
Maybe
But we didn't watch any of the other seasons.
maybe
so.
at the end of the series, like because the show's about to end 100%, maybe at the end, whatever money's left in the budget, they get to split. So they're like taking endorsement deals. They're like doing whatever they can to like.
They're like, oh,
the
Starbucks,
budget.
our sales increased so much because of this cup in this scene.
Yeah, sure. They got
I
the
mean,
back.
I can see someone from Starbucks paying that.
I just
to,
can't
like,
believe
go.
that you wouldn't recognize that when you're editing the video. It's like,
Yeah, but
it
you're
had
going
to
through
been on
so
purpose.
much shit, and you've got what 3 episodes left. You're like, bro, we're done with this thing. Like,
Oh yeah, they were phoning it in. I mean, senior year of school where you're just. I would have turned this in a year ago, but I don't give a fuck.
But I also think it was a smart move on their behalf, like I said, because I got so much publicity and people that you and I don't watch it show me watched it an episode
Yeah.
to see what the fuss was.
Do you think they knew? Because people, from what I've heard, thought those episodes were not as good as the rest of the series. Do you think they were like, these episodes aren't as good, so we need to like hype it up some other way?
Probably.
Like they were like, this is way shittier than our.
I mean, honestly, the
Could be.
writing,
I don't
like
know.
from what I saw, wasn't. I haven't watched that show. There's no I watched. How many seasons were there? 8.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch it either.
However
it was
many
8.
seasons there are, I wouldn't. I had
sure,
no
none of us have
interest.
seen it.
I had no interest. I can't get behind the dragons.
We're
and all
probably
that
like the
stuff.
only 3 people in the city that have not seen those shows.
Probably.
no, I could get behind the dragons. I wanted more dragons. I didn't want fucking 8,000 characters with all these different names I can't keep track of, all doing different shit that I just like can't follow.
Here's another thing, because I've seen a
With
couple episodes of it. One thing that kind of, not that it took me out of it, it just seemed like a crutch that they lean on a lot. What is with all the fucking? Like, I don't,
that,
like-
that's a soft core.
Hot take.
Yeah, I just like, you can add that into a show and it can like be part of the plot.
There's no plot.
I got the sense they were just like
Filling
trying
air.
to turn people on, or like, hey, people will watch it if we like.
But don't you think that's a factor? Like, I feel like, I don't know if I was
Maybe it
talking to
I'm
you
sure it
about
works.
this or
I'm sure
not,
it works,
but
yeah.
of course it works, because think about it.
Sex sells, yeah.
It's not just sex sells, but like, you can't just sell sex on HBO. That's what fucking Pornhub's for, right?
Yeah.
And
Appeals to 2 markets. Is that what you're saying?
appealing to everybody. So like a pop song that becomes a hit, it appeals to the music fan, the pop star, or pop music listener, average fan. It appeals to the person who doesn't know music, but
Yeah.
they can play this in a mall. All those kind of different
The
factors. So
guy
it's
who
like,
just thinks Ariana Grande is hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's rocking out to it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I'm sure it works. I don't like it in TV shows.
Yeah, I thought it was.
If it takes up time that they could be giving us plot or giving us
In
something,
action, some dialogue, something like, oh, this is gonna happen.
speak-
Yeah,
now.
because
Speak
I
here.
mean I know where to get porn. I know like I could get. I don't need HBO to like turn me on. Give me some
I do.
some smut from HBO. I don't.